It's Emily, and today we are talking all about hair straighteners. So, should you splurge on a hair straightener? Should you stick to the basics? Is it really worth hundreds of dollars to buy a more luxury hair straightener? We're going to talk all about it. We're going to do some unboxings, and I'm going to give you the pros and cons, first impressions, and all of the good stuff you need to know about hair straighteners. So, before we get started, if you're new and you've never watched my videos before, welcome, but go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so you can get notified of other videos that I post. But let's go ahead and just jump right on in. So first thing, I needed a new hair straightener, and I've been using a Chi for quite a few years now. I really love my Chi, but there's some key things that I don't love about it, but I'm just overdue for one. So with my current hair straightener, I just use this is like a very basic Chi Air. It doesn't have automatic shutoff. Say what? Which I didn't think would be a big problem, but it turns out that I'm really bad about turning heat products off. So I end up leaving this on for extended periods of time, which is a really bad deal. Anyway, now I've like solved that and can turn my stuff off like remotely with technology, but I've connected everything up to an app so I can fix that problem. But automatic shut off is super important to me just because I'm really bad about turning it off and forgetting about it. The second thing is I've probably had this hair straightener for the last, well, I've had it for years, but for the last year or so, I don't know if you can see there, but the wires are becoming exposed, which my dad's an electrician and would probably just tell me to like wrap some electrical tape around this to solve that problem, but the coating on the wire has just like pulled away and is just slowly creeping down here, but I'm not gonna put some electrical tape on my hair straightener. So I'm kind of rough with hair products, so this could just be like a me situation. I do travel with it all the time. I always wrap the wires when I travel with it, but that could just be due to excessive travel and constantly using it, and just, I really don't know. But I've had that problem going on for like a year. The heat on this is starting to give. It's taking way longer than the minute that they claim that this should take to heat up. Also, the spinny wheel on this Chi. Now this has been this way for a long time, and it's something I really hated about the design of this one, was the spinny wheel. The temperature control is a wheel and it gets stuck, and I think this one heats to 410 degrees, so I've been stuck at like 410 degrees, which all of you hair experts out there are probably freaking out about me straightening my hair at 410 degrees. I do not take care of my hair. I don't even get regular haircuts, so I'm not too concerned with that. But either way, I am long overdue for a hair straightener. So what I decided was that I needed a hair straightener for everyday use at home, but it would be really great if I had a hair straightener for travel that I could just leave in a travel bag. I try to keep a bag somewhat packed almost all the time because I do travel quite often. Well, pre-COVID, I traveled quite often. So I'd like to have a hair straightener that I can just use as my travel straightener and just always have it kind of on the go. And then that way I also am not using my nicer hair straightener that I use for like everyday use at home to travel with. So I went ahead and bought two separate hair straighteners, and we're going to talk about those. We're going to do a quick unboxing. Then in a few days I'm going to report back before I post this video and give you an update of how those two hair straighteners have performed. So the two that I bought, this is the HSI from Amazon. It is an HSI Professional. I don't really know what the brand is, but it retails for a little bit, like pennies under $40. So about 40 bucks. This is one. This would just be one of your standard hair straighteners. This is just going to be like if you go to Walmart and you are picking out a hair straightener, I feel like you're going to get something along this level of quality. The difference with this one is that it is like the best rated hair straightener on Amazon, coming in at 40 bucks. Then I thought, let's go ahead and buy a luxury one. So I also bought this GHD Platinum Plus hair straightener. Now, this one wins all of the beauty awards. So I have one that is highly rated on Amazon and one that wins all of the awards like in the industry. If you know anything about this brand, a lot of their products win a lot of awards. They're very well known. But this would be what I would consider a luxury hair straightener. It comes in at somewhere around $250. Damn! So the real question here that we're trying to solve is there really that much of a difference in this $250 hair straightener versus the $40 one? I don't know yet. I have not tried either one. I have barely opened the packaging, so that's what we're going to do today. One reason I think that this one may actually come out on top is because I thought the same thing with a blow dryer. I have a Dyson hair dryer, and until I bought that Dyson, I had always used cheap blow dryers, meaning like $30, $40 for a blow dryer. They'd last me a few years and I'd get another one. But when I got the Dyson, my world changed. Expensive? Yes. Worth the investment? Every single penny. I absolutely love my Dyson, so I'm a little bit of me, I'm wondering if this hair straightener is going to be like that Dyson situation with my hair dryer. Like, is this really worth it? So, a couple things to note about both of these. This one heats up to 365 degrees all the time. I don't think that there's any temperature control on this. They say that 365 degrees is like the ideal temperature for hair straightening. So this one's going to always heat up to 365 degrees. And then this one, the $40 one by HSI, heats up to 400 degrees and has temperature control. So you can kind of control this one. So you could make this the ideal temperature of 365 degrees if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and unbox this one from Amazon first. So this one comes in just a cardboard box. It's a cute box, if that matters to you when you buy a product. It's boxed like this. So hair straightener, the cord, all of this seems pretty standard. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the box and take this plastic off so that you can kind of see how this works. Let's see. This one comes with a smoothing conditioner sample, an argan oil sample, a bunch of paperwork. Then this one also comes with a glove, which actually I've not seen this with anything but curling irons before. I've never seen a glove come with a hair straightener, but it comes with a glove. And it also comes with a bag, like a travel bag, which is kind of nice. I've never seen anything come with that. This travel bag is actually, it looks like it would be good with heat protect, like it would heat protect based on the way it feels. It's almost got like a fleece inside, but those are kind of bonuses because you don't usually see that with hair products. So hair straightener, pretty standard of what you would expect with a hair straightener. I will admit, even compared to the Chi, this one feels a little bit more cheap. Like you can tell that there's a difference between even just the Chi and this, and I think the Chi when I bought it was probably somewhere between 75 and 100 bucks. That's a much older model now, so they're probably even cheaper than that. If you want to go grab one on Amazon, I bet they're like 50, 60 bucks, something like that. But you can tell that this one feels cheaper than even the Chi that I use every day, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't feel like chintzy. It just feels like you can tell it's not like a metal, it's all plastic. It just feels different. The wheel on the is on the inside. Now, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but this right here is the temperature wheel that turns left and right. And then you have the on-off switch right here beside it on the inside of the hair straightener, which is different for me. I've not ever had one be on the inside of the hair straightener. It almost seems a little dangerous. Like if you're straightening your hair, your plates are right beside the on-off switch, so you need to be really careful when you go to turn it off to not accidentally hit the plate. Although I think that's probably like just a really picky concern. Because I mean, I don't know how you'd really hit your hand, but you could. So it's kind of a picky concern, but that's strange that it's on the inside. Either way, it has the normal swivel cord at the bottom. Other than that, it seems pretty pretty straightforward. I mean, it's very standard. There's nothing really special about it. It does look nice. I have a feeling this one, because it is almost like a matte finish. I'm really bad with makeup. Like, I get makeup all over everything. My fingers turn colors, like foundation and everything, and I'm not good about washing my hands until after I'm done with my makeup and my hair. So I have a feeling the outside of this one will turn white very quickly, or will have just makeup kind of all over it very quickly. So I'll be interested to see how well this one cleans, because that's always kind of a next step for me. If it doesn't clean off well, this is going to look destroyed very quickly. But as far as the actual look of it, it's almost got like a quilted pattern on the outside. I don't know that you can see it here. Focus. There it goes. So it's almost got like a quilted pattern on the outside. Gold on both sides here. Like I said, it is just a standard swivel cord. The cord isn't too thick, nothing crazy about that. Completely standard, totally what I expected. Plates are black. This is ceramic. But like I said, first impression, it just seems like a hair straightener that you would just pick up, be totally standard. But at the same time, based on the Amazon reviews, this might be the winner at the end of this. And this one only retails for 40 bucks. So I think for $40, you're definitely getting, you know, your value just based on first impression. You also get the bag to put it in, and you get the glove as well. So nothing truly exciting or shocking or surprising, just normal, totally what you would expect if you bought a hair straightener. So let's go ahead and take a look at the GHD Platinum Plus. Now, this one, you can just tell that there's a difference in the packaging altogether. It's sleek, it's stylish. It feels, just the packaging feels more expensive. Now, I don't know about $250 expensive, but it just feels nicer. So this one wins all kinds of awards. When you open the box, it looks like this. So it just, packaging altogether looks nicer, but who really cares about the packaging? It's about what's inside. So this one, like I said, heats up to a standard 365 degrees. Now, I can tell just immediately pulling this one out of the box that it is different. It's heavy, it's weighted in your hand, it feels like something. Definitely does not feel cheap. Okay, definitely does not feel cheap. Wow. Okay, so there's some definite differences here. This one has a wishbone, or what they call a wishbone system at the bottom to keep the blades together so that your blades are never going to misalign. They always clamp exactly together because of the design here. As you can see on some other hair straighteners like this one, or even on my Chi, which is just like this one, these blades can easily swing left and right as they wear out over time. Now, you're not going to see that now, but they do move a little bit more than this GHD. The weight on this one is just different. Like, the weight alone, I've actually never felt a hair straightener that weighs quite like that. It's literally feels like it's like weighted on the end. The blades on this one are really pretty. They're sparkly, which I don't know if that is all of their product or not. And I don't know that you can really see it here, but these blades definitely have some sparkle to them. Aside from that, it looks super sleek. But other than that, it's nothing, again, this is nothing at first glance, this is nothing crazy, nothing special. The inside of this one does have the on-off control, which is interesting to me. Again, it is right underneath the blade on this one as well. So this one, if you're looking at it this way, the on-off switch is right here on the inside, and it's a button, which I like a lot better than a switch. It's like a matte white, kind of almost a pearly finish. The cord is standard size. One thing that's different on this one is it has this type of, whatever you call these, the plug, versus these, which come on your standard Chi, your standard hair straighteners. My dad would be disappointed that I don't know the difference in the names of these, but this is what comes on the standard. This is what comes on the GHD. So there's a difference there. Then let's see. They're just, you almost like, I wish all of you could just feel how this, like, how this is weighted. It's just different in your hand. Now this one does come with something that I've never seen on a hair straightener before, and it's actually really cool. So this one, instead of coming with a full cover, this one comes with this silicone, I'm assuming it's silicone, that you can push down on the end of your hair straightener to cover your blades. There's also holes. Let me take this off real quick to show you. There's holes on the side, as you can see there, and the blades fit right in. So it gives the blades room to breathe so that the heat doesn't stay trapped, which actually would make this great for traveling. So my plan may have failed because I bought the other one for my travel bag to just keep in there all the time, but this right here, I can tell you, is a game changer for traveling. I already know it because I'm always having to throw my hair straightener down into my bag hot or put it into a silicone. I have some other bigger silicone things that I can wrap it up in and put it in my bag, but it's still usually warm, so I have to be really particular. But this is a game changer for hair straighteners. So if you travel, that's actually really, really cool. Aside from that, the biggest thing on this one is just the weight. I mean, it looks prettier, that sort of thing, but that doesn't typically matter. It's all about how they perform, but the biggest thing on this one is the weight. So I can imagine that it being weighted like that, you know, we could try this. Just as you should probably not do this, but I'm just gonna see like what happens when you run this through. Okay, cool. Smooth, super smooth. Let me grab the other one. And obviously these are like not heated or anything right now. Actually this one is smoother, so it'll probably be different when it's hot, of course. But these plates are way, way smoother than the GHD plates. Yeah. So I don't know. We will see. I'm going to use these for a few days, check back in, give you an update, let you know if I really think it's worth it to spend $250 on a hair straightener. I don't know that it is, but I kind of hope so because this one's really pretty and it feels so much different. It just feels like, it almost feels like you've spent $250 on a hair straightener, whereas this one you can tell was just a standard hair straightener. But for $40 versus $250, I don't know if the weighted feel is really worth all of that. So we'll find out. I'll check back in and I'll let you know. So see you soon.
24 hours later.
So welcome back. I have now tested both hair straighteners, the GHD and the HSI, and we have a very clear winner, but I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of both. So the first one I tried was the HSI. This is the $40 one from Amazon. This is really just what you would expect out of a typical standard hair straightener. Something that I do not like as much about this one as even the Chi. This one took a good amount of time to heat up. Now, by good amount of time, I mean it probably took a full minute and a half to reach like full heat temperature. But I mean, if you don't have a minute to wait on your hair straightener, you know. So this one did take a little bit of time to heat up as compared to even the Chi, but not bad. The hair straightening did take a little bit longer as well. So even with my Chi, I felt like I have straight hair anyway. I usually just use a hair straightener to fix like the ends because my hair goes all different directions. But even compared to the Chi, this one I felt like I had to go over a few times. And I tried to set it not at the full temperature, which this thing says it goes up to 450 degrees, which I know that's like way too hot, especially for already straight hair. Like I'm not trying to straighten curls out. So I tried to keep this under the 450 degree mark. Something else I don't like about this is on the temperature wheel inside, you can't actually choose or select a temperature. Now, this works similarly to the Chi, but the Chi, the wheel had numbers on it, so you kind of knew like what you were gauging at. This one is just like high or low, and it just goes to 450 degrees. So like you just kind of have to pick a temperature in the middle and go for it. So I don't really like that as much either. But again, for $40, it's kind of what you expect. The outside of this, I have a, which you can't really see it, but I have a plastic holder on the wall, and it like holds my hair straightener in place all day so that my hair straightener is constantly just sitting in there like this. So at any given time I can turn it on and just pull it out and use it. But this, when you put this one down into that holder, it kind of scratches up the outside. So like I said before, there is kind of like a matte finish on this that is going to get damaged pretty easy. So if you're rough on things or use a lot of makeup, you're definitely going to see that this gets scratched up, kind of beaten up on the outside, but that may not matter to you and it may not be a big deal to you. If you're just leaving this like on your countertop or anything like that, if you're just like winding the cord up and leaving it off to the side, you should be fine. But if you're storing this anywhere like inside of something, you're going to scratch the outside up, because just when I put it in there one time, it's already got some scratches on it that I can't get off. So this one will get beat up pretty easy. But as far as whether or not it's worth it, yes. If you're looking for a hair straightener, this one will do the trick. I could see using this on a daily basis. If this was the only one I had purchased and didn't have something else to compare it to, this one would be worth it. So if you're looking to just spend a minimal cost on a hair straightener, this is a great buy. It does the trick and it does everything that you need it to do. So this one is great. But then I had the GHD to test. So I tested this one first. I used this, but now that I've used the GHD, I feel like I hit a whole new level. I'm on a new level of hair straighteners. So this bad boy is worth it, and I don't even want to tell you that, because a $250 hair straightener is kind of ridiculous, I know, but honestly, spending the money on this, I like don't know if I can use another hair straightener. This is insane. So let me go ahead and just kind of tell you about it. And there's a couple things I don't like about it already, so I'm going to talk to you about that too. The inside, there is a power button like I had talked about. I'm going to put this up to the camera so maybe you can hear it a little bit. But when you turn this on and off, it actually makes a sound. There's like a speaker in here, which I'd never had that with a hair straightener at all. So the button's here. I don't know if you could hear that. I hope so. But second to that, this thing's already hot. I just turned it on. It was not on before. Like you just saw me turn it on. It's already hot. It makes another beeping sound when it's heated up, and like it's freaking hot already. I mean, we're talking seconds. It's insane. I have never seen any hair styler heat this quickly. Not a curling iron, nothing. Like my blow dryer, my Dyson blow dryer takes longer to heat up than this. So this is insane. The speed that it heats up, I mean, my mind is blown. It's crazy. Normally for me, most mornings, I get up, when I start getting ready, I turn my hair straightener on so it has a little bit of time to heat, which is just kind of like standard. I think most women probably do that. You don't even need to do that with this. Literally, you turn it on, and when they say it's fully heated in 20 seconds, it's fully heated in 10. I mean, it is insane. So I've never experienced that. Now, it's hot right now. The outside of this does not get too hot. Now, it gets warm, but like this is not hot to the touch, which is kind of nice. So many hair straighteners, including like that $40 one from Amazon, when you're using it to straighten your hair, you can't necessarily grab the outside just because it is also hot. This one, you can grab the outside and you're good to go. My hair is super dry at the moment, so it's like steaming. But this is crazy. So I thought, okay, great, it heats up really quickly, but is that worth an extra $200? Probably not, because if you don't have a minute to like wait on your hair straightener to dry in your routine, like you can easily fit that in. So is it worth it as far as the rest of the straightener? So something else, we had talked about this wishbone design that they have here. It does make a difference, and I was surprised because I really thought, oh, it's just a unique design, cool. no, it does make a difference. On other hair straighteners, when you're clamping it together, it's very easy to misalign the plates. You can't even do that with this one. There's no way to misalign the plates. There's no way to mess it up. It's like perfect every single time, so that when you're going into your hair and you're going into straighten, I mean, you can't mess this up. So this is insane to me. It being weighted is a big deal. It feels different in your hands. You end up straightening a little bit different. I also realized with this one, I didn't have to go over the same sections of hair more than once, whereas the Amazon hair straightener and even my Chi, you go kind of back through your sections. This one, I went through my hair one time and that was it, and it was good to go. So that's a plus, because this made straightening my hair even quicker, which I can't complain too much because I don't have a full head of curly hair that I'm trying to straighten. So my hair straightening routine is very fast anyway, but this made it even faster, which means like I'm spending like less than 2 minutes fully straightening anything on my head, which was awesome because it only takes 10 seconds to heat up. Something else to know about this particular color, I have the white one, which is it's kind of like a matte white finish. It's also going to get dirty. I noticed just by like trying to put it in my hair straightening like holder, it kind of got a little bit beat up doing that. So one thing is the standard hair straightener, the way that this one's shaped, it's rounded as opposed to being totally flat. So as you can see here, there's a little bit of a difference in that. So this one slides easily into a hair straightener holder. This one, not so much. So I'm gonna have to look for either just a larger holder or just something that this can sit into all the time, because I don't leave these like on a counter or anything like that. It actually just sits right here off to the side, but it's too thick for that just because of the way that it's shaped. But that's not a big deal for me. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, and then that way you can kind of hear the off sound also. Again, as you can see here, like the power button is right up next to the plates, and the plates are pretty hot, but hopefully you can hear this. I've never had a hair straightener with a speaker, so that's kind of cool too. So that's also probably a little bit of what you're paying for, but overall the quality of this one is completely worth it. I hate to even say that, but what I have learned, I'm actually pretty cheap with most things. Like, I'm definitely the person who's gonna buy the $40 hair straightener, and for whatever reason I just decided, like, let's splurge on this and see if it's actually worth it, because I did have such luck with my Dyson blow dryer, and I will never, like, I can't even imagine using a regular blow dryer. When I travel with a regular blow dryer, it's just not the same. But the same is gonna go for this one. Using this every day is going to be a game changer. So like I said, I kind of flubbed with, I bought the $40 hair straightener thinking, oh, I'll just use that for travel. I don't know that I'm going to be able to travel without this. Now, I don't want to travel with a $250 hair straightener because it's going to get beat up. It's going, you know, that sort of thing in my bag. But I almost don't even know how I'm going to travel without this one. So I'm definitely keeping this, not returning it. A little bit of me was hoping to return this just because of the cost. But I'm going to keep this one, not return it. I'm going to keep the $40 one because it does work. It's really great for $40. And if you're not looking to splurge, the $40 one is where it's at. Definitely go buy that. But if you are looking to splurge, this is the way to go. But only do this if you really have extra money, if you're really looking to invest, or maybe if you have really, really curly hair, I could see how this would work better for you. But if you have relatively straight hair, or a regular hair straightener normally works for you, and you don't have a bunch of extra money to spend, the $40 one from Amazon will do the job. It's perfect for what you need. But if you have extra money, or you're looking to just splurge on, you know, salon style products, this is worth it. So I really like this. I'm going to continue using it. I will update you down in the description box. I'm going to use this for a few more days as well as the other one. I'll give you any other pros and cons down in the description box. If you have any questions, comments, if you have this hair straightener, love it and hate it, let me know how you feel about it down in the comments section below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you again soon. Bye.